A Promise to Keep by Melony Teague. Only a promise to a dying man would make her attend her 25-year high school reunion. Savannah Sanderson glanced at the large clock in the empty corridor at Point High. She had 27 hours, 46 minutes and some seconds before the party, just enough time to work herself into a panic before the reunion dinner and dance. She arrived a day early, to ease herself into the whole experience, but being alone with her thoughts wasn't helping. Savannah ran her finger over the combination lock that secured what used to be her locker, feeling a peculiar connection to it since she'd stowed so much deep within her heart. The cold grey metal cabinet once held tokens of her dreams. School was out for the day, and would soon be out for the summer, but she imagined the locker was filled with someone else's things, someone with wild and idealistic dreams of his or her own. She prayed the occupant's future wouldn't shatter like hers had. The kitten sticker in the top corner had survived 2 decades of students. The matching backpack she toted from class to class, faded and worn, was still stashed in her closet at home. She couldn't bear to part with that symbol of her survival of the awkwardness of high school. The magnet of her favourite rock band, which had held her schedule, had probably been replaced by a pouting, pink-haired diva magnet. Times had changed. And she had too. At 37, she didn't consider herself old, maybe a little old-fashioned. If she updated her locker now, she'd add magnets with the faces of love-song singing crooners with velvet voices, and perhaps that new actor in the latest happily ever after romance movie, whose name she couldn't recall. As a librarian, she saw people come in daily wishing to escape into a fictitious world with handsome heroes and feisty heroines and their happily ever afters. She was almost ready to think about where her story was going beyond the covers of her favourite novels. It was one thing to daydream, in love with the idea of happiness. It was quite another to find it. She leaned her forehead against the cool enamel door, steeling herself for the days ahead. Tomorrow night the building would flood with noise and laughter of her former classmates. For now, she must face the abandoned hallways with a heart just as empty. Only wispy recollections of her teenage years remained. It was strange how the happier memories brought her the most pain. Still, she was ready to let those memories back in, to heal. In 5 months, it would be a year since Nick had left her to face her future alone. She'd done her best to prepare herself for the inevitable, but nothing had primed her for the phone call from the hospital that October night. She rushed to Nick's side, counting each minute with him a gift. Between laboured breaths, he begged her, "Promise me you'll go to the reunion." "I can't go without you. I can't face—" "You won't be alone, Savannah. I want to go. But as things are right now, even with the tubes and monitors keeping him alive, Nick didn't come right out and say what they were both thinking. I need you to go. For me." "But why? Why would you say that?" "Can you trust me this one last time?" Despite trying to be brave for him, a tear trickled down her cheek. He reached up to wipe it away. Nick wasn't playing fair, and he had to know it. How could she say no? Savannah gripped his emaciated hand, as if she could pull him back from heaven's threshold. In that sterile room, in the palliative care ward, she made the promise, 1 hour and 23 minutes before the monitors announced his arrival at the gates of heaven. Well, hold on. Well, what happens next? What about the reunion? Why did he want her to go? You can find out by reading the rest of the story. A Promise to Keep by Melony Teague.